another unboxing of Relics of Rajavihara and the brand new expansion Montalo's Revenge. Now, I didn't back the original Kickstarter for the base game, but when I saw that there was an expansion that had the opportunity to buy the base game as well, I snapped that up. So here we are. Let's start off with the base game, of course, because otherwise this becomes meaningless. Let's place that over there. And we need our trusted tool of choice, of course, to seamlessly, very carefully get into the box without any damage. Now, I've done this before where I've just slipped and scratched right across the entire box, which is somewhat irritating. But there we go. Now, I don't know what's in this. I haven't seen any unboxings myself. I've just seen the game played. It seems like quite an interesting puzzle. You know, like one of those games, very similar to another recent arrival, Mechanical Beast, that kind of lends itself to a digital interpretation, but has been made physical, which I find quite intriguing. All right, rule book. Not really a book, though, is it? Always, it's more of a leaflet, which is encouraging because that means there are not many rules. Fantastic. So there are different levels. All right. Then we have a board which has multiple layers. 2-layer board. Not the biggest board in the world, understandably. Level X. Now, obviously, I'm not going to open all of these. Particularly not going to open this one. Because... Well, let's see, is it because this is going to be a really dull unboxing, isn't it? Because, oh, there are things in there. How about that? So let's see what we have. Let's see if it's something that isn't just going to be sealed boxes. Oh no, I mean, each level just has a specific set of components to it. Okay. So, level X. This is not sealed, so I guess there's not. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's some goodies in there. Look. All right. A new adventure awaits. That looks like additional stuff. There's some more cards in there. Bonus levels. Let's see. So there are no clear instructions about how we should go about unpacking this, but let's start with level 1. So what do we have? We have some pieces there. Thrill Seeker bonus pack. So we'll see a little chap. This is another little chap with, oh, it looks a bit more Indiana Jones there, and some kind of plastic gem of some description. Now, in the level 1 box, what have we got? Lots of pieces. All right, these are interesting. Now, I was intrigued as to learn what these are, and I understood that they were wood, but it looks like they are wood with printed paper over the top and then sealed, which I guess makes more sense than anything else. So lots of bits of wood to move around with and solve the puzzle, and then no entry. Flip this deck over and start on the other side. Should we have a little peek? Let's be naughty and have a little peek. Okay, it says flip this deck over and start on the other side, but doesn't really. Does it say flip this deck over? Yeah, flip this deck over. Maybe we need to do that. Floor 1. crate can be stood on and pushed. Oh, so this is going to be like a walkthrough introduction of how to play. So let's take a look. We have our... There's a nice feel to these. I don't quite like how shiny they are. I would have preferred a more of a matte finish to them. You know, you can see, there you go, you can see that they're quite shiny. I preferred a more matte finish, but fine. They're a little bit more robust. I was a little bit concerned that they might be cardboard construction and kind of hollow, in which case they might not go so well. So these kind of pile up on here, and we end up shifting things around to solve puzzles. Okay, you see what I mean? It kind of lends itself to something digital as well. Probably work just fine. So that's a reference card. So I guess the hint here is, have a look at this reference card. The hint is that maybe each level has slightly different rules, which makes me cringe just a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, so we have instructions on how to set things up. And I guess I need to read the rules to work out what that is, but there's an awful lot of stuff here. So it looks like there's potential for an awful lot of games. This is just level 1. And there are more levels in it, and the extras that we saw. And what do we have? Bonus pack, Thrill Seeker bonus pack, and we have a bunch more cards, so even more levels. All right, well that's pretty awesome. Good to see. This looks like, and I will say this slightly reservedly, it looks like lots of options for a lot of play. So let's take a look at the expansion, because I know there are some extra parts. Now there's something interesting with the expansion. We have to check whether we have all the relevant pieces, and there was a message run from the publisher last week, I think, that said that a good few people are opening their expansion boxes and finding that they don't have everything in it. So they gave a list of components that need to be checked against to make sure they got it, and they are about to receive replacement components to ship out to everybody, which is excellent. Now, you know, these things happen, and you know, I'm never particularly concerned about things that go wrong. It's always disappointing when you receive something you can't use, it doesn't have the bits that you need in order to do what you want to do with it or what you expect to do with it. But I think the measure of a company is not whether they make mistakes or not, because mistakes will happen, errors will creep in. Everybody's only human. It's how they resolve it. That's really the measure of a company. It's how enthusiastically and carefully and respectfully they resolve the problem. And just, you know, solving it is the way to go. So, read this first. Leaving the treacherous palace after saving the world from evil Professor Montalo, you return home after your adventures from the much-needed R&R. Okay, so there's an ongoing story. I wonder if there's a narrative right through the whole thing. That would be nice. I mean, I always like a bit of a narrative. Open the first box and read the top reference card from the deck. Next, complete the levels in order, only revealing the next level once the goal for the previous level has been achieved. Okay, so we do work our way through step by step. Cavern 1, cavern, that was, you know, that's concerning. Cavern 2, there are some more box-shaped things in there, and cavern 3. So 3 caverns. The level Fire in the Hole and challenge sheets for 2 to 5 and 4 to 10. The original printing of Relics of Rajavihara were misprinted. Corrections. You see, there you go. So this has corrections for the base game. Fantastic. And that looks like some kind of reference card. 1 to 4, 4 to 10. Which it mentions here. 2 to 5 and 4 to 10. All right. So here, it looks like these might be replacements. Yeah, Excellent. Well, that's good to know. So that saves me having to look things up. All right, cavern 1. We need to make sure that we have all of the parts that we need. And I'm looking for additional meeples, and there should be 4 of each one. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what they are. Oozy things? I suppose if they're coming down from the ceiling, there might be oozy things. Okay, so there are 4 of those in there. So it looks like I have those. And so we have 2 pieces and we don't have anything else. So I need to check the reference email to see whether we are missing out on anything. 3. And we have 3 of those. Okay. Now remember from the email there was definitely 3 different types of items. I don't know how many there should be. I only have 2 types of items, so it looks like I am missing something. Now thankfully, because I've still got the core box to run through, that isn't going to have a great big deal of impact and it should be able to be replaced by the time I start breaking into the expansion scenarios or puzzles or levels. Well, that is fine. As I said, always disappointing that something is missing, but all about how that gets dealt with. I see 1 player only, 5 to 15 minutes per level. It's not a in-depth game. Nice something just to pick up and play for a few minutes. No, I like those. I have a challenge running for myself at the moment in 2022. I'd forgotten what year it was. There you go. See, that's what COVID does for you. Makes you completely forget the order of the years. I have a challenge for myself in 2022 to play 500 games. That's 500 sessions, 500 plays over the year. I'm a little bit behind target right now, so I need a few smaller games like this where I can rapidly bang out for 3, 4 or 5 games in a day, and that compensates for the ones that I play multiple sessions over several days, the longer games. I log a session of a play of a game rather than one particular game, because if you play something that's going to take 4 or 5 hours, then over several days, that really offsets the play count, and the fact that you are actually playing a game, I think that's good enough for me. And it's all about really spending time playing games, and regardless of whether you finish a game or not, then it gets logged. I will log even my learning plays, which very often don't go through the entire process of the game because I'm learning what I'm doing. And playing 500 games in a year is actually hard enough as it is. So there we are, Relics of Rajavihara. Looking forward to having a play of that. And if you have it, if you like the look of it, let me know. It certainly is a lovely production, I have to say. I can't, missing pieces aside, which is an unfortunate error, the quality of everything from the box down to the pieces is very satisfactory. Excellent. Thanks for watching another one of these soon.